Assalamualaikum to Prof MUTALIB and my friends. My name is Muhammad Amir alias. I will present about my group assignment about Stadium Badak collapse. Okay, we start for the introduction of Stadium Badak that has collapsed. We know that the Stadium Badak is at Terengganu, and it's one of the tragic incident that happened at that day. Okay, the Stadium Badak collapsed on 2 June 2009. The roof of the 50,000 seat capacity stadium has collapsed. Then we know that it was the affected to the ethical implication. So the cost to build that stadium is 290 million, and official open from MB Ahmad Said on 10 May 2008. It was raised in tension with Malaysian engineering, project management and construction procedure because it was the significant issue, including the public safety, enforce quality standard, and it was show the promote transparency and responsibility to out of a project. Okay, for the next slide is issues on project. Seni Bakri is a architect that has been called to publish a full report about causes Stadium Badak roof collapse. It costs 1,000 to purchase a set investigation about this case. Okay, from the reports, it was revealed the cause of the roof collapse. For the first point is the roof directed poorly, resulting in misaligned roof. For the second point is the designer failed to take into full consideration the support condition on roof structure. And the third point is there was no quality control at the site. And last is material and quality of workmanship did not meet specification. It was shown that was the pure quality of manufacturing and fabrication work, and it was low quality in conducted installation stage from the supervisor at construction site, and quality check and conduct system was not in properly planned, and it go to disaster. Okay, for the next slide is ethical implication. For the ethical implication, the collapse of Stadium Badak in Terengganu had a significant ethical implication throughout the project and construction sector. For the first point is the integrity and competence affected. This project highlight that how engineer and project management have a ethical duty to maintain their professional integrity and to show their competence in the job. Although the code of conduct has mentioned that registered professional should undertake assignment only if he qualified by education and experience in the specific technical field. And from the code of conduct has mentioned that professional registered engineer should involve in the job if he has a qualified education and experience. Okay, for the second point is the lack of responsibility to worker. Ethical project management should to provide a safe working environment because it was the labor standard, and to ensuring worker receive a suitable training and protection before they involve the project. For the third point is death and injuries caused by the collapse. It was the public safety because the death and injury it raised from the public safety. It's the crucial important to ensure that public safety in the construction project. For the next slide is ethical dilemma faced by engineer. The collapse of Stadium Badak show a few ethical dilemma for the engineer that involved in the project. For the first point is public safety and project schedule. Engineer had find the compromise between necessity to maintain the public safety and to catch up the project schedule. It was difficult to conduct a full safety in keeping the quality standard and putting the required protection in place and to fulfill the project schedule also. For the second point is the lack of quality of management. Education and training are the significant factor that affect the quality engineer who work in the construction. The low level supervisor in the site, including the skilled and unskilled workforce, to handling machinery and equipment on the site. Okay, for the last point is the problem with communicating effectively. It was the main reason in this problem in the common site, in the common problem. It was the common problem in the construction site. As well know that the foreigner worker has a problem in the reading and understanding technical details and drawing plans. Okay, for the next slide is how engineer to respond to these challenges. For the first point is putting safety first. Engineer may have conducted risk assessment and implement appropriate safety measure such as high rate in the construction site. It was communicated their concern about the public safety. For the second point is decision making. Engineer may have used ethical decision making guideline to handle in the difficult situation. Engineer had to consider the potential impact of their decision for the public safety. For the last point is documentation and reporting. Engineer had to maintain detail in the document of the project, including safety procedure, construction procedure, as I mentioned in the code of conduct that professional engineer should approve and sign in the engineering document that he has prepared under his control. For the consequences related the collapse of Stadium Badak have been crucial for the project and the wider community. For the first point is the death and injury impact. This incident resulted in the loss of human life and caused physical harm to individuals present at site during collapse. Okay, for the second point is the loss of reputation and trust. The project management team in the construction industry and the organisation involved in the project uh, lost public support because of the collapse. Uh, it it was uh, it also has a loss of trust from the public and can affect the future project. For the impact on the community, the collapse of Stadium Badak had impact on the local community. It may cause fear, distress, and insecure within the community. Okay, for the key lesson that can be learned from this case is the first point is integrity and responsibility in the workplace. Engineers must show their integrity and professional responsibility in their work. For the second point is the ethical decision making. Engineers should become familiar with ethical decision making guidelines and apply them to resolve difficult ethical issues that has crucial for the community safety. And for the last point is the developing a culture of innovation and learning from failure. Failure should be considered by engineer as an opportunity for their learning. It's crucial to conduct determining investigation to identify the root cause of failure and implement corrective measure to prevent similar incident in the future. For the conclusion, the first point is the effectiveness of quality engineering design is not easily measurable, so that it need to contribute by the many stakeholders that involve in all aspect job scope. Nevertheless, if the issue and problem can be taken into consideration by the proper project management, the problem can be faced by getting the right quality of work. However, the collapse of stadium suggests a failure to adhere to this ethical principle. It is important to note that investigation is necessary to establish the specific detail of failure and assign responsibility for this collapse